This short set will break down digital roles, introduce you to some amazing guest speakers, and assist you in aligning your skills to key roles. My name is Becca. Let's get into it. The pandemic had significant impact on the technology industry. I challenge you to name any organisation who have not reviewed an element of their business model in the response to COVID. The growth of the technology industry has massively increased the number of digital jobs available. When considering a job in the tech industry, there are two main types of skills in demand: behavioural and technical. Employers look for hard-working and enthusiastic candidates. The way you perform your role, being a good team player and having a positive attitude, being agile and having good organisation skills are often more important at the recruitment stage than being able to design and deliver a technical spec or digital project. These 5 digital roles are currently listed as being in high demand. However, the recruiters are stating that there are not enough people currently applying to fill out the vacancies. Digital marketing specialists, graphic designers, data analysts, web designers or engineers, and digital content creators. All of these jobs require specific technical skills. However, the behavioural skills are generic. Not having the right skills can sometimes throw us off when applying for jobs. My advice would be, if in doubt, apply. What have you got to lose? I often refer to this LL Cool J quote: "Stay focused, go after your dreams, and keep moving forward towards your goals." To help you discover your skills, I'm going to take you through some steps. So, step 1, think about what you did yesterday or over the past week. Maybe you helped your mum set up her new iPhone and create multiple social media accounts. Now, write down all the skills that required. For example, one being confident in navigating technology. Step 2, what behavioural skills did you need to learn? For example, having drive and determination to learn about the social media platforms in the first place, or having the confidence to take a risk. Step 3, put step 1 and step 2 together in a clear and professional way. Record it so you can use it on your CV, LinkedIn profile, or even in an interview. For example, confident in navigating digital communication technology, coaching others, and keeping up to date with digital updates. There are a couple of Apprentice Nation videos I recommend you check out specifically to CV writing. One of them being how to think beyond your grades when writing a CV, and the other one being making digital skills pop on your CV. It's also vital that we continuously keep our skills up to date and work on them where we can. I spoke to Andrea Patico, who is a Group Chief People Officer at MVF, who recently won Sunday Times Best Companies to Work For in 2020. Listen closely, this is going to be a good one.
Specific behavioural skills that you might need for the tech industry. Number 1, collaboration. Nothing happens in the tech industry without working with other people. So collaboration is key. You have to know how to work with stakeholders, and you have to be able to engage with people and engage them in an idea. 2, influence. So collaboration and influence for me are two sides of the same coin, because especially if you're trying to sell an idea or develop a product. So you need to be able to not only influence individuals, but also clearly articulate your idea. So communication is also really important. We have some values in my business that we also, when we're looking for people that we will hire against, one of those is work smart and deliver fast. So we're not looking for somebody to come up with 10 ideas and do all 10. We want you to be able to know how to make wise choices and good investment choices. So being able to work smart and deliver fast against them. You also have to be able to earn trust, because within the tech industry, it's not a traditional setup. So you're not going to have people breathing down your neck, asking you what you're doing day to day, minute to minute, hour to hour. They're going to expect you to be able to work autonomously and to deliver based on what you've talked about in your one-to-one or in your weekly check-in, as we would call it. So being somebody that can earn trust and somebody that's disciplined in the way that you go about your work and getting things done is also really important. Honesty as a behaviour and being upfront and having integrity, that's not just for the tech industry. I think that just gets you far in life in general. And then the final one that I would say is helping other people succeed. And I'll probably team that with inspiring positivity. These are the values in our business. So we will always look for people who are not just about themselves, but want to help each other, so their colleagues, the business, and our customers, our clients, and stakeholders to basically achieve. And we're looking for people who know how to have fun. Because coming into the tech industry, I can tell you, it's not a boring industry. You're coming to work every single day. There's always something new to learn and to develop. And we want you to have fun whilst you're doing that. So I guess my very, very last behaviour that I would say is have a will to improve yourself. Self-development is really important, and in the tech industry it's always moving. Things are always moving. There are always new things to be learned. So you have to be somebody who wants to learn and wants to pick up new things. And if that's you, then you'll probably be really successful.
It was great to hear from her directly on the skills industries are looking for. Now over to Ivorian Doll. We were able to ask her about how she manages to keep her skills current and up to date. So I recently watched your new documentary, which is on BBC iPlayer, by the way, called Welcome to Hackney with Ivorian Doll.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been lovely seeing your growth as an artist and personally as a person.
Thank you.
Now, being as successful as you are, I bet you have so many skills. So I want to know how you keep your skills so up to date, how you make sure they're always so fresh and on point.
I feel like when it comes to performing, I kind of make sure that I'm always watching other people perform as well. That's what kind of helps me and motivate me, like watching like my favorite artists or something, and I watch the way they perform. I always make sure that I'm doing rehearsals as well. So you're learning how to do like your breath control, learning how to project your sound, like making sure you sound great, making sure you don't look nervous. Because I think one thing as an artist, like you have to keep practicing so that if you look confident, other people will believe that you're confident, even if you're shy.
Yeah.
And you have to focus on kind of like being very, very, very confident, because a lot of people are like have an opinion on you as an artist, so you can't really like start to take them opinions literally because they're not the truth, you don't know. And I feel like when it came to YouTube, editing really helped me. Like I'm not the best at editing, but learning how to crop up little bits, and now that I'm an artist, and when I'm like behind the scenes at watching the way I perform like a music video, for example, I'll be like, okay, cut that, crop that, put that in, because I learned how to do it from YouTube. So I kind of know what everything's supposed to look like.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for
It's been
having
really
me.
nice speaking to you.
Thank you.
I hope you agree that interview was very insightful. I would like to talk to you about startups. What do you know about them? They are a great place to work if you like working with new ideas and innovation and exposure to a lot of experience in a short space of time. Let me introduce you to Reese Niles, the Customer Service and Implementation Manager at Uber. She has a great story to tell about the skills and experience that she's gained through working for several startups.
I am, as you said, a customer success and implementation manager for Uber. And what that is in their business team. And so Uber has the standard offering that we're all used to, but I actually work with businesses to kind of get that, get the software embedded into their businesses, their platforms.
What transferable skills do you have that you do use on a daily basis?
Yeah, well, I definitely think the most important would be the communication. I am working directly with clients, so even though we're in obviously this new space, not going into office as much, a lot of kind of Zoom meetings. So there's very much the kind of communicating with clients externally, but also internally. If there's, when you work with digital platforms or tech, sometimes there's very much like we call tech jargon or tech kind of savvy words, and maybe your end user doesn't necessarily know that. So how do you communicate that effectively to someone who is not from the same industry as you? I would also say problem solving is quite a good transferable skill across all of the jobs I've been in, because it means that, ultimately we do solution-based sales. We want to make sure that, you know, the end user may have a problem within their company, and we are here to, you know, make their life a bit easier, streamline their processes. So problem solving, not only in terms of the end user, but maybe there's a sticking point where they're not using our actual product. I've got to kind of facilitate that process there. Then you work within a team. So team building, you know, working that kind of, if there are some leadership elements in that, team building is also kind of important for my day-to-day role. And then also adaptability. Especially in tech, it's forever changing. You need to be able to kind of roll your sleeves up, roll with the punches, and just keep going with all of the kind of challenges that come that face you. I think the most important thing to remember is, especially for young people who are coming up in this kind of just tech age, you know, don't feel pressure that you need to know everything about tech. I honestly fumbled into this industry. I did my degree, I finished university in 2017. I did English literature and French. Everyone thought I wanted to be a teacher. At that point, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. But I think, you know, just knowing tech, I had an iPhone, I had all of these kind of Apple products, and I stumbled into Apple Store. That was my first real job. And then over that time, it was really the transferable skills, like the relationship building. I got more insight into kind of tech world, that I've just been lucky and fumbled into these industries. I worked in a startup where it was kind of get to know everything about a company in one go, that it really did put me in good stead. And I know, you know, people who've been in tech for 10, 15 years, you know, are kind of coming to a job that I've managed to get in 4 years, and that's amazing. But I think it's just showing that your drive, and if you're passionate about succeeding, you really can do. And it's not about, you know, being the best coder. I know when I first think of digital, I'm like, I need to be a coder, I need to know all this like SQL and all this funky language. I couldn't do that at all. That was not my calling. That was not what I needed to do. However, I know that I've got the right people around me that can help me with that, or get that over. So I think it's just important to know that it's not just because it says, okay, you need all of this. There's many ways to skin a cat. Like, there's different ways to go around this industry. And I think if you want to be in it, it can happen.
Amazing. Thank you so much for speaking to me.
Thanks, Reese. I love that example. A degree in French and English, but now managing customer service implementation at Uber. Every year, LinkedIn publish an article detailing the top 15 startup companies in the UK. You should check it out. The annual article covers the size and scale of each company, most common skills required to work there, common job roles, and current vacancies. Whether you target a startup, a corporate, an independent public or private sector, or even a charity, they are all evolving their approach to technology and the digital roles that they advertise. The 3 top skills that employers in the UK are currently looking for are adaptability, learnability, and communication. My closing word to you is do your research and build up those skills, and consider a career in the world of digital. I'm Becca, and I wish you good luck.